You felt it, right? That quiet pressure that something big is shifting. You're running your business, serving clients, trying to keep up with content, and suddenly, everywhere you turn, AI. You see AI everywhere. It's in the headlines, it's in the inboxes, it's in the news, in the board meetings, and part of you probably thinks, I know I should be paying attention to this. But another part quietly says, I'm already juggling 100 things. I can't add one more thing on my list. That inner tug of war, you're not alone. Every major shift felt exactly like this. Remember when the internet showed up? People said, that's for techies, or I'll never do online shopping. And now majority of us do online shopping. When social media took off, we said, that's for the kids, not for us. And now AI is here. And many of us are saying, that's not for me. But the truth is, every single time, the people who stayed curious, people who leaned in just a little instead of stepping back, they didn't get left behind. They got ahead. This isn't about becoming more technical, it's about becoming more intentional. AI isn't here to replace you, it's here to return to you what you do best: creating, leading, and connecting. Because AI can do a lot of things, but it can't be you. Hi, I'm Seema Giri, six-time number one international best-selling author, publisher, speaker, and AI business strategist. Like you, I've built my business the long human way, through connection, through consistency, and a lot of late nights. So when AI arrived, I didn't jump into it right away. I tested it. I questioned it. I even resisted it a little bit. And that's coming from me, who is a techie and who loves new things, new technologies. I'm a nerd that way. And then I realized, AI didn't steal my creativity. In fact, it cleared the noise that was smothering it. Before AI, my brain was buried under logistics, planning posts, writing the emails, editing, managing projects. Now those tasks get handled much faster, which means I spend more time doing what I actually love, which is creating, coaching, and connecting. That's not losing control. That's getting your focus back. Let's talk about the real reason so many entrepreneurs resist AI. It's not laziness, it's fear. I've heard every version of it, and I felt them too, and I'm sure you have too. Here are the five big ones and how to flip each one into an advantage. Fear number one is AI will kill my creativity. Actually, busyness kills creativity. You know those days when you're trying to create something inspired, but your mind's already fried from writing emails or scheduling posts or sending invoices and 10 other things that you had on your plate? That's what AI helped me fix. Now, when I'm building a new speech, I open ChatGPT and say, give me three outline options in different tones: professional, conversational, and bold. In 5 minutes, I have a structure, which means I can focus on what makes it mine: the stories, the tone, and the message. And that's not losing creativity, that's reclaiming it. Can you imagine how long this would have taken me otherwise? Not days, not weeks, probably months. Fear number two is that AI will replace me. I don't know what the future holds, but currently I believe it's going to replace your exhaustion. Think about it. The tasks that drain you aren't the ones that make you valuable. They're the repetitive, draining things that keep you from your genius zone. AI takes those off your plate, so you can focus on what you do best: strategy, relationship, and vision. You're still the CEO. AI is just the assistant who never sleeps or asks for a raise, which is the best part. Fear number 3 is AI will make me sound fake. It could if you let it. But if you train it well in your voice, it will sound like you. I feed AI my past content, like my post, my transcripts, my podcast scripts, even some of my past speeches, and say, write this in Seema's tone, confident, warm, direct, and a little witty. Sometimes I also say, add some humor in it. And the result? It sounds like me on my best day. So if you teach AI your voice, it doesn't replace your authenticity. It actually refines it. And it'll give you a lot more insight about you if you ask the right questions. And fear number 4, I'm not techie enough. You don't need to be techie. I say if you can text or do Google search, you can use AI. You just need to be a little curious. And it's just about, then people say, I don't know how to come up with the right prompts. When you practice, you do a little bit research. The best way to give prompts is to tell ChatGPT who they are. So and I'll show you as an example, right? You are the number one go-to coach in creating wealth. Create 5 social media posts for such and such, right? So you need to tell it who it is, what it is an expert in, and then what you want it to do. So that's the best way I've been able to do prompts. The best AI users aren't the most technical, they're the most intentional. Fear number 5 is that I will lose control. AI doesn't take control. It follows direction. It's one of your most obedient partner. So once I understood that, everything shifted. I stopped trying to keep up and started leading it. AI doesn't make decisions for me. It clears the distractions so I can make better ones. And I get to ask questions from all different perspectives as many times as I want to help me make better decisions. AI isn't replacing us, my friend. It's reinforcing us. It's not the end of creativity. It's the end of the unnecessary struggle. So let's make this practical. Here's exactly how I use AI in my business every single day. And I want to show you so you can see how you can too. So I'm going to share my screen in just a minute. I do have a second screen. It makes it so much easier when you have a second screen to help you share. Okay, I've got that set up. Give me 1 second. Okay. So the first way I use, as I said earlier, is for speech and content creation. So here is a prompt that I'm using. And you see how I have worded this prompt. Okay, so I'm telling it, you are a world-class speech coach. Create a 20-minute talk on staying human in the age of AI. Make it conversational and inspiring. Now, if you're just starting to use ChatGPT, you may want to put your name and in your voice, right? So I'm just going to say in Seema Giri's voice. It already knows that, but I'm putting it anyway. So let's see what it comes up with. So he's saying, here's a 20-minute keynote talk, Staying Human in the Age of AI. It's giving me the wake up moment, the fears, 5 years in the AI era, right? The human advantage. So you can see it's given me a really in-depth. So you can see it's given me an in-depth script. Now with this, I can tell it to change a few things and make it more conversational, give me some more examples, or include this story. And it's always a good idea to read what it says at the end. Now it's asking me, would you like me to create slides, talking points, and audience interaction cues? It sometimes asks me things that I would not have thought of otherwise. It would not have come to my mind. Frankly, I don't like the way ChatGPT creates slides. It's very basic. I would rather do it on my own, but it can give you slide prompts, what should go in every slide. It can give you the slide text, so you can just take it and copy paste it onto PowerPoint or anything else that you want to use. So that is for my speech and content creation. Now I can say, let's refine this a little bit. I had this prompt before. I created it, so let me just copy that and say, okay, now let's refine this even more. I had already put in Seema's voice, and let's do it again. Let's see what it says. Absolutely. So again, it's given me the whole thing in my voice. What if I become irrelevant? What if it takes my creativity? So basically, it's the same speech. Yes, and I used AI to help me prepare for this particular speech and for this demo. And I've refined it in so many ways already. So it has really saved me a lot of time. The next thing I use this for is for my podcast planning. I have a podcast called Break Free to Brilliance and a YouTube channel called Break Free to Brilliance. So I give it prompts to help me come up with ideas. So let's do this. Here is a prompt to help me do that. And let's see how long it takes for ChatGPT to create this. Okay, so here's a prompt. Create a 12-episode podcast plan for entrepreneurs who want to grow visibility through storytelling and books. So let's see what it comes up with. That was seconds, right? Just seconds for it to come up with it. Let's build your 12-episode podcast plan fully aligned with Seema Giri's voice, and it's telling me, and focus. Right? So here it is, podcast series titled Visible and Vital: The Entrepreneur's Guide to Storytelling, Books, and Building a Legacy. So here it is. It's a 20 to 25-minute episode. It's a solo tone. It tells me the tone, what the rhythm is going to be. Every 3 episodes, offer a free gift or mini training. Every fourth episode, spotlight a client success story. And the final episode, invitation to your publishing or visibility program. So now it's giving me an episode by episode plan. Episode 1. Episode 2, your story is not too ordinary, it's your edge. From expert to author. If I had to think about this, I would have had to do Google search. I would have to do a lot of research, look up some other people who are in my field, and then see what they're coming up with so I can be relevant, so I can be within today's, being relevant is the biggest thing, right? So it's given me a 12-step series of my podcast planning. So in minutes, I'm getting themes, titles, and the flow. Then I fill it with my stories and insights, and that's what AI can't give. Okay, how about a 90-day content calendar? How long would it take you to do that? It would take me probably 90 days for me to create this. So let's give this a prompt and let's create my 90-day content calendar. Okay, excellent. This is where your brilliance shines. The other thing I love about ChatGPT is that it gives me so many compliments. Okay, so here is the 12-week content plan. It's giving me the theme, the audience, the goal, the platforms I use, my weekly structure, my week by week plan. Look at that. Now I just need to share this with my human team and they will come up with the what we need to do. So now I spend less time deciding what to post and more time on showing up. I also use it to create my email sequences. Now I have this content plan and now I would want to send some emails also to my people, to my list. So here is a prompt for email sequence. This also would have taken me weeks to do. So here it is. Write a 5 email nurture sequence for my AI thinking partner cheat sheet. That's you guys. That's a free gift that I'm offering. Tone should be friendly, human, and confident. And here you go. It's giving me the 5 email sequence, email 1, email 2, and so on. So in just the time that I've been with you, it has helped me really, it gives me gift structure. I weave in my stories. Automation becomes connection, and I've created what I need to do for the next week. This is a multiply. I call this what I just did right now here with you. I call it a multiplier. These are things that I needed to get done. So I use prompts and what I needed to get done during this speech in this mini demo that I'm doing with you. So how can I get better than that? I'm saving time. I get to enjoy my time here with you while getting some work done. That's the beauty of AI. Now, when I need to do more research, I like to use Perplexity. Let me switch over to that. I'll stop sharing this tab and I will go into and give me 1 second to open that up. Perplexity. I'm going to share my screen again. Okay. So let's find some new content ideas in real time. Let me copy this prompt over. Okay, so what are the top questions entrepreneurs are asking about AI now? Okay, I am going to make this a little bit. So now it's giving me a whole list of, I just zoomed it in so I could read a little bit better. It's giving me a whole list of questions entrepreneurs are asking. How can AI drive real business value and efficiency in my operations? What are the most profitable and accessible AI use case? Right? How can I ensure my business keeps up with the most rapid pace of AI-driven change and to avoid being left behind? What skills do my team and I need to leverage AI strategically? Can non-technical founders succeed? So you can see a lot of people have the same concerns as you. The best thing to do is to use it. The more you use it, the better you get at it. And you also can use these for research to see what is the latest and greatest and how it can help you within your niche. Now, I also run a project management consulting and training company with my husband. That's something that I've been doing for the last 25 years. And project management really is a foundation of everything that I do, including my book publishing, my speaking, my podcast, everything. And I still do a lot of project management trainings. And when we have our workshops, I never know who is going to be in my workshop. Meaning, there's people that come from various industries because we teach the global best practices in project management, and it can range across industries from IT to pharmaceuticals to healthcare to construction. All of those people can be in my one class. So the biggest thing I feel that AI has really helped me with is doing research and bringing commonalities from these vast groups, right? I need to be up to speed and know, be able to answer the kind of questions that my students are asking. Many times before, I would have had to say, I need to get back to you. I have to do some research. Now I still say that, but not as often. So, for example, let's say, what are the common concerns in project management across the five major industries, right? Now, I'm not giving it very specific because I some also like to see what AI, what Perplexity thinks the five major industries are. Now, you notice that I have some spelling mistakes and I left it there on purpose. They still understand, so you don't even have to be a great speller. Sometimes I'm typing really fast, and sometimes I'm not even completing my sentence, and I hit enter, it still understands. Okay, so it's telling me the common project management concerns across five major industries. It's including healthcare, IT, construction, biopharma, and manufacturing can be summarized as follows, right? So healthcare, quality and efficiency. Projects often go over schedule. IT, rapid adoption. Agile and hybrid project methodologies dominate. Construction. So you can see how quickly I can really learn and see what are those common things and help me prepare for my trainings. I get to do deeper dives. I can create some exercises and documents for my group really quickly, what otherwise would have taken me probably weeks and if not months, because I go create some real deep dive case studies. The other thing that I really love about Perplexity is that it gives you the sources. Where has it gotten the information from? So I can click on any of source and do a deeper dive and read those articles myself to get some deeper understanding, maybe quotes that I'm looking for. So I really like that about Perplexity. Okay. It also gives you some other related topics that you might have thought of, you might not have thought of. So they're really great to go through it as well. Perplexity also can help you create script because sometimes when I'm trying to and make a complex subject be understood in layman's terms, I'm so used to those technical terms in project management that I use Perplexity or even ChatGPT to help me make it simpler, and it happens so much faster. Now, for me, I like Perplexity for the deep research. I don't like it to create any articles or documents and stuff for me. I like the way ChatGPT uses a kind of language. Even I've tried with Perplexity to say sound like me, and I've given it my documents, I've given it my speech. It still is not able to come up the way ChatGPT does. It's a lot more fun. I feel like I'm having a conversation with a friend. So that's my personal opinion on ChatGPT and Perplexity. So the other tool that I like to use, and I'm sure you've heard of this one, is called Canva. It's really great for creating lead magnets, presentations if you don't like PowerPoint, and it also helps you create reels and images. So, and it helps you do bulk create. I really like that as well. So I use Canva for that. I love the magic, right? You tell it what you want, and it helps you create that. And then you get to refine it and customize it as much as you want. What I like about Canva is that you can put in your brand colors, your brand font, your logo, and then for every design that you create, it uses all of those elements. So what I just talked about, my invisible team, the AI stack that I have, I use ChatGPT as my creative strategist, Perplexity for research, right? That's my research brain. I also use Copy.ai. I've just started using that. That's why I didn't do a demo on that. It's a marketing co-writer. So you know how it's like having a copywriter with you. Again, any of the tools that you start using in the beginning, it's not going to give you a great result because it needs to learn more about who you are and how you write and what is your tone. So you have to tell it. And it's the more it does for you, the better it gets. So don't expect to start using these tools and saying it's, expecting excellent results. Even ChatGPT didn't give me great results in the beginning. I had to refine it and say, think like this, or think like Mel Robbins. I'm referencing her quite a bit, or Michelle Obama quite a bit, because I love the way they communicate. I love the energy and the authenticity that they bring. And I'm not sure how else to describe it. So I'll use some examples of, of other people in my area that I would like to become like, or that I strive like, or that I find similarities like. Right? So I like to be upfront. I'm quite black and white, trying to be great at certain places. But what you see is what you get. I really speak my mind and try to tell it to you as it is in a very, like a friend, like your best friend. So my design studio is Canva, and for my video editors, I like to use Descript. I've also been using some new ones like Visit and Opus. I've been trying to try out, and I like to use CapCut for TikTok. So this really helps me, the flow that I use it for is that for idea generation, I use ChatGPT. To record, I use Descript. And to create my reels and stuff, I use Wizard and Canva for my designs. And for my automation and CRM, I have Go High Level. So that is my stack. And this stack is good for beginning entrepreneurs or solopreneurs, if you have a small team, or even if you are a seasoned AI user. If you are a seasoned AI user with the same stack that I have, you can just use the pro version. That's going to give you a lot more capabilities to do. So if this system ran quietly in the background, what could you focus on? Would you focus on sales, your creativity, or growth, or maybe all of those? That's what it has allowed me to do. This stack alone can help you really run your business efficiently between 70 to 80%. So if you had thought of hiring people, but you couldn't afford it, these tools are really good to use. And most of them, even their free version, is really good. So here's a paradox. The more we use AI, the more human we become if we do it with intention. Because when AI handles repetition, we get to return to what's real: purpose, presence, and people. If you could reclaim just 10 hours this week, where would you reinvest it? Would it be with your clients, your family, your health, maybe rest? Some time for self-care, the much needed self-care. That's what AI gives us: time, focus, and freedom. It doesn't replace your genius. It lets you live inside it. So you might be wondering, where do I even start with all of this? How do I begin using AI without getting lost in the noise? That's exactly why I created something for you: a free guide, the AI Thinking Partner Cheat Sheet. 5 ways to use AI to think smarter, learn faster, and make better decisions. This isn't a list of tools, it's a mindset shift. It's designed to help you take what you've learned today and turn it into action. So AI becomes your creative ally, not your daily overwhelm. Whether you're planning content, brainstorming ideas, or refining your offers, this guide will show you how to start conversations with AI that spark clarity, not confusion. So before you log off today, make sure to grab it in the link below. It's your first step to working with AI, not against it. AI may be rewriting the rules of business, but you get to rewrite what it means to lead in this era. Don't chase the algorithms. Teach what a human with purpose looks like. You're not being replaced, you're being redefined. And the world needs your version of intelligence, the humankind. Thank you.